Hello all, hope you is good. Welcome back to Europa Universalis 4 with the Mamluks. And we're currently at war with Burmanis. Just chewing through more of the Indian lands, really. I believe I need to sort out the coast. Everything in the Gujarat node needs to be of the correct religion. So I'm going to be taking the Burmanic coastline. And I'll be taking a little bit of their inside stuff. But the plan is just expand, expand, expand. As it rightfully has been. The plan doesn't change, it just carries on. And everything that I currently needed to core for overextension is currently being cored. Marvellous. I need to try and save some of my current admin power then. Ignore the stuff that needs to be statified, I'll get onto that soon. Yeah, we're currently rocking admin focus, but 330, what a pitiful ruler. We do with as we must. For now, it seems to be taking some pretty good battles. And Delhi should be out of the war before you know it. So it'll be down to just me versus Burmanis and Bengal. None of this Delhian interference. And of course that'll free up, you know, nearly 80,000 units ready to get onto the correct fronts. Delhi's just a distraction at this point. And my subjects are doing a great job with my rebels. Which is really nice. Kashmir is over. I'll probably bring this army down this way now, actually. And let's see here, we have a new ruler. Supposedly. Oh no, it's just that the previous modifier had ended, so it's asking me if I want to make a new one. And yes, of course I do. The one I chose is fine with me. This dude's about to let rip. I believe the phrase is let slip the dogs of war. Also, can I see if I can claim Castilian province before the spy network removes itself? I need 35 because I've already got claims on Tenerife and Gran Canaria thanks to my missions, so no. Not really is the true answer. Let's send this guy down to Udayagiri. Let's send this one to Satara. I haven't quite worked out what I'm taking from Burmanis yet, but we'll see. Again, it needs to be everything in the Gujarat node. But then from there, do I take Deccan? Do I move down ready to border Vijayanagar? I don't know. There's a few unanswered questions within there. And yes, I can see Burmanis is trying to siege back their capital. I'm willing to say, get out of here, no thank you. And also, yeah, Bengal, take that. I'll siege down one or two more Burmanid forts and then I'll walk towards Bengal, because I want them out of the war as well, of course. In fact, let's leave these two armies here in Burmanis and then send the other two over towards Bengal. Ogaden separatists, go on my subjects, you are right here. Do the thing. Oh, didn't even notice Burmanis reinforced themselves. Oops, let's back off. Took a lot of losses for doing that. No worries. All is as it must be. My fault for not being able to be in position. And spreading myself thin, I could have kept my units tight together to make sure they couldn't push through. However, that is all of the Burmanid units. What's going on here? That's everything they've got. Also, Sirhin, please fall on this one. 92%. That'd be very nice. Let's go. Marvellous. Delhi now owes me money. And then who are their allies? Get rid of Burmanis. They've got military access from Hesse. Pathetic. Let's just get rid of Burmanis. I don't mind the other ones. I want them to keep weaker alliances. I currently view Chagatai and Transoxiana as weaker alliances, so kind of works out for the best. Send you to Balasor. We'll reset into geared. And these units will go off and fight Bengal over that way. Let's also bang the fort here in Satara. As for the Bahmanid Bengali alliance, I might either force Bengal to get rid of Bahmanis, or I might, you know, maybe I keep it. We'll see. Ideally, though, Bahmanis shouldn't have allies. And let's take a really cheap Tech 13. Actually, that'd be great. But again, bear in mind, I will need to go religious ideas next. And I'm already behind on admin tech as it is. I think my points generation delta isn't helping, i.e. having the 330 is not doing good for my country. Which is partly why it's quite a good thing that I've got level 2 and above advisors and 50 PP permanently, just to keep things moving. And this guy can go to... Can you go to Satagon? Jarkan's not letting me through. What's the problem there? And then let's also go siege Bidar with his 42k then. The others are running away. Maybe I send this to Udiogiri. And Pamias are now suffering with particularists. Might not necessarily be a big issue. I could just fight them and take them down. Also, they've got really good immediate siege benefits. 2 siege, 11 cannons on a level 2 fort. Yeah, okay, that will do it. They've got max artillery bonus. So I suppose it's not much for shock. Then defend. They might be coming around to reinforce. They're almost definitely coming around to reinforce. Sistan, would you mind? If Sistan can reinforce here. Go on, go Nasik. You are doing nothing of the sort. Okay. They reinforce. My front line's faltering. Oh, yes, go on. Nice. You know what? I take it back. Good job, Sistan. They have actually been pretty good. So let's send this army to Gorda. I believe that's the Bengali capital. It usually is. Yeah, it still is. Good. So Sistan's got units here, then it's most likely that my other subjects are nearby. Nah, they're still dilly-dallying around the Horn of Africa. That's fine. Whole bunch of my cores have now finished. Good stuff. I'm only at 11% overextension, which will be dealt with very soon. And anti-clericalism. Ducats lose autonomy and gain ulama loyalty at the cost of merchant guild loyalty, but at the cost of merchant guild influence. Perfect. So I lose the merchant guild influence. I mean, at the moment my influences for my estates are actually looking not too bad. So it's not awful. Right, let's go de-siege the particularist occupations. And Jampur is kindly giving me access. Big fan of that. So 1,200 ducats courtesy of the event, plus, you know, regular monthly earnings. Let's see what I can dump this into. Trade power and production efficiency should be the one. Let's continue to spread love in the Gujarati Trade Company. What's this about? Legalism? Hell yeah. But first, before I click this button for a change, I'm gonna look at the button. Look at that. Fixed. There would have been some legalism overflow if I took the event before I pressed the button. So that actually worked for the better all around. Let's grab the Barmanid siege. And hopefully Bengal will peace out once I take Gorda. And Jampur are taking out Delhi. I imagine this will be Jampur taking out Delhi to form Delhi. India has the most convoluted ways to get people to form their countries properly. So, where are we at with the subjects, with the exception of Byzantium and Cyprus then? Everyone's still incredibly loyal? Egyptian Brazil, I do want to become Muslim. I've already done the grain export with them, which means I'm now at 5 out of 7. Well, technically 4 out of 6, but one of the conditions is being the Mamluks. So now it's Australia and North America. I'm sure someone will oblige and help me out with that. Let's head towards the Bengali. Let's go towards the Bengali? Yeah, that one. Siege that's going on. And in the meantime, how are the colonies actually going? One of them's nearly finished. The other two are halfway done. So what I might do is pull out from Zambagana. No, hold on. It's in Karaga, sorry. Then we'll go for the next one. I will eventually, of course, connect all of the trade nodes, but for some reason I'm focusing the Philippines here. Also in a nice twist, this is a campaign where it's going to be a daimyo from Japan. Uesugi is still under the daimyoship of the Shogun of Hosokawa, so it's kind of cool. I'm also at 0 manpower, another factor to consider. But that's not too much of a worry because I'm only 40,000 in the hole, which sounds like a lot, but that right now is the equivalent of, say, 2 years. It's 20 months, so just under 2 years, but you know, I'm willing to call the extra month if you are. I'm going to wait for this to get a general before I attack the stack in here. Bengal, on the other hand, need to give me all your money. And are we Barmanis, question mark? Right, I need to take Satagon. And yeah, that's one of the colonies complete. Good stuff. And what's going to be the next upgrade? Let's go ship trade power propagation, i.e. big ducats. And then this needs another general, so I'll have to pay for one for a change now, which is fine because it's also adding to my level of professionalism by 1%. We'll be back up there before you know it. Also note that my subjects are still in and around Horn of Africa and the Gulf of Aden, just kind of chilling. Don't really know what they think they're doing, but I'm sure they're doing some great work for me and I appreciate them. Mars are trying to siege down Gorda, but I don't think they're going to succeed. I think my siege on Satagon should be first. And then I'll peace out Bengal. Their sieges will be for naught. And wow, my units are actually taking quite a bit of a beating here, even from the Burmanid separatists. That's a good thing I'm chewing through Burmanids before they get even more powerful, huh? Speaking of, how is the Great Power list looking these days? Second is Castile with 1400, third is France with 1200, and everybody else is, well, actually Russia's quadruple digits, but that might not be the case for long. Bear in mind they also are frontiering, balancing them out, but I'm sure Transoxiana will reconquer a whole bunch of stuff. And oh, unfortunately they did siege Gorda before I finished my siege. Part and parcel of player luck versus AI luck, I suppose. So back to Gorda I go. Duh. Hopefully it's not too much reinforced by the time I get there. I'll take the innovativeness and 600 garrison is not too bad. I'm going to gain extra ducats from the government powers. Thank you very much. I'm not going to build any wonders right now, / great projects. Can I put workshops in? Yeah, there's a couple good workshops in here. Everywhere should have workshops and barracks by the end, hopefully. Or as many as possible, that is. Then what's this about? Manpower and defensiveness. Let's take the manpower and defensiveness for the cost of legitimacy. I'm permanently needing manpower. So that's fine. Bear in mind that one of the trade company investments is extra manpower. I will be getting it in a lot of places later, but I'm focusing the economic ones first, just to make sure that this is better. Also note, I'm 25 years away from global trade. I am 30 ducats still off from English Channel. Hopefully that can be changed. And here's another lost battle, by the way. I'm just going to retreat to say Kamamet. And I'm up to 70k troops to reinforce. Okay, 66, but like let's just call it the convenient side of numbers, shall we? It's also, I want to get Bengal out of the war now. So let's get Bengal out of the war now. And then I can focus on the Burmanid peace. So, Bengal, give me all your money, your annulled treaties with Burmanis, go. That's one stack of the army out of the way. Thanks for all your money as well, that's going to serve quite nicely under my banner. That can be more good marketplaces. There's a couple hanging around. Then let's maybe grab a few more of these barracks. The numbers are small, but they all add up. They're gonna accumulate, I think is where I was going with the statement. And yeah, Burmanis are pretty much ready to peace out. The question is, what do I want? Not sure if I want to work towards the Coromandel trade node right now, or the Deccan one. Honestly, Bengal own the whole of the Deccan node, so I can take all of that off them. Coromandel is currently split between Burmanis and Vijayanagar. Not bothered about Vijayanagar right now though, funnily enough. So let's take this. Let's take this. Let's go to about here, I think. Take money. And war reparations. Perfect. Lots of money, good amount of provinces, including the remainder of the Gujarat trade node. So it's now all under me, I believe. Nope, Delhi owns like 2 provinces. It's almost all under me. And I'm starting to eat towards the Deccan node. I can get behind this. 1, 2, oops, 2, 3, 4. Can I concentrate development around here? Probably not really. Surprisingly, yes. Surprisingly, yes. And I'll also concentrate Malwa, even though I think most of it was already cored and I only took a province or 2 here. But we'll have a look. So with that, let's look at the ones with overextension values, because that'll be the land I took. Yeah, everything other than 1 can currently be cored. So I'm back up to my gov cap limit as well, meaning I'll kind of need to halt a little bit. Steve Holt. Morocco wants a marriage, yeah. So really what I should be doing now is conquering for my subjects rather than for me until I hit Tech 14, no, Tech 17, sorry. Yeah, Tech 17. I'm going to drill with these armies. I need to recover manpower as well. And Jumper are actually dealing with my rebels. MVPs. Let's go to say Baruch then. Then is there any random small wars I can fire off to gain land for my subjects? Not really right now, is there? I could fire versus Kilwa, actually. Kilwa's only got 28k. I could throw a stack into the fray, and then we'll reform Sakalava's provinces and integrate them later. Great idea. I'm also a little bit curious about the size of Katara, because they should have a lot more of this by now, I think. I'm fairly certain when I formed Katara for the Lake Victoria Tech 32 achievement, I had all of this quite handily from Frontiers. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to gloat, I'm just putting the statement out there as a relative comparison. Also, as I don't have all of the Gujarat node, but luckily these are already Sunni? No. Delhi own 1 Hindu province. So I don't think I'll be able to complete my estate mission anytime soon, unfortunately. And yes, aristocratic coup is part of the reason why I want another war. Let's core up the final one with overextension. And then let's see here. I think I'm going to upgrade some centres of trade. Somehow I think upgrading centres of trade will help me with my trade desires. Oh man, why is it cheaper? Could have sworn it's 250 to go to a level 2. Might only be 200 and I'm actually paying more. But for now, let's just say, oh, it's looking cheaper. And we'll move on. As I remove nations in India, I'll remove forts. For now, I'm actually quite content leaving them in. They also add towards my army tradition gain from fully maintained forts. They're only level 2, so they're not giving me full benefit, but hey, they're adding in to this 0.22, so we'll take it. So yeah, Katara will be, sorry, not Katara, Kilwa will be next. I'd also love to go back to colonising this, quite honestly. To get Kikiu and Tana, but if I grab any more colonies, I'll be at a financial deficit right now. So I'm actually going to leave it for now. While my subjects are around-ish, I'm going to reconquer for Antsalova. And let's go. That keeps my subjects around the area. And I'm bringing down my 42k. And also, Bulgaria will probably help me with my Coptic zealots. So there was multiple reasons why I declared the war now rather than waited. Put simply, I can use the government interaction for all powers cost. Ah. Perhaps I should have done that for my cause. It's way too late now because the cause have passed 10%, but that could have been a thing. So Egyptian Brazil. I'll wait until I'm at 100 prestige or so I can actually get them to placate 5 times before I get them to enforce religion. That's what a kill we're doing. Not a lot, actually. Let's also deal with this 19k Ethiopian rebel stack before I move on, because I'm bigger than my subjects, and my subjects can't deal with that. And what's this? Diplomatic insult on Jampur. I'm actually going to take the diplomatic insult for the loyalty over anything else. Also, these guys are back to not drilling. That is not preferred. I'm also going to start establishing this Deccan trade node courtesy of the Balmanid lands. Thank you. Did they deal with my Coptic zealots? They are kind of dealing with them. Good to see. Also, for some reason, Kilwa aren't landing on Madagascar. Well, you know what? That works to my benefit. So I'm not complaining. Also note that I'm only having 1 stack lose units during this war, meaning that overall I will be gaining back manpower. Well, I should be gaining back manpower, and I'm gaining professionalism on top of that. Plus, armies in India will have more drill ready to fight Indians next. So there's a whole bunch of knock-on effects with what I'm doing here. I can't believe Matapa are also still alive. I think being allied to Kilwa is currently saving them. Because Kilwa consider Qatar to be their ally, and they don't want to lose the alliance. It looks like the allied relative strength against Kilwa is bigger, so yeah, there you go. Oh no, Kilwa, please don't take my province in South Africa. Anyway, let's keep earning money and funnel it into more production efficiency. Yes, please. I also need to fight a jam. Their presence is annoying me now. So what I might do is, while my allies are up here, while my subjects, not allies, while my subjects are up here, let's go pop. My army's up here will deal with that. My subjects can also go deal with Afghanistan. No, let's take one army here, send it up towards Kabul. I'll just take Afghanistan out real quick, like, let my subjects deal with Ajam. They'll probably prioritise Ajam because they're closer. I've already sieged down the Kilwan capital, so now all Sakalava need to do is occupy a few more provinces in here, and then we're good to go on the peace deal already. Then what's this about? Prestige? Yep, we'll take that. That's kind of nice. I will eventually integrate Sistan into my land. My juice of Aragon is up, but I'm currently not enamoured with fighting Aragon. And I've just noticed the episode timer, so let's end things here. So we'll finish up these wars in the next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.